Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be installing a catch can for the RB25 in my Nissan Stagea here next to me. If you do find this video useful, please like the video, consider subscribing to the channel as well. I am going to have some more videos like this coming out soon, some more mods for Stageas, RBs, and maybe starting to branch out into some other kind of cars that I want to start bringing into the channel as well. So fingers crossed, that should be exciting. But for now, let's jump in to this RB25 catch can install. Alright, so let's take a bit of a look at the main components for this catch can setup. So obviously we've got the catch can here, Raceworks 1 litre. It's got a drain at the bottom as well as a atmospheric vent filter thing on top there. So yeah, basically we're just going to take both the breather fittings off the cam covers, go into there, and it'll just vent to atmosphere. We've also got here the PCV block-off plug. The first thing is to remove the old breather setup. These breathers are just what came with these new cam covers, so they're in pretty poor condition as it is, so I'm not going to feel too bad about getting rid of them. So these two pressing fittings just go into the top of the cam covers. I'm just going to lube them up slightly. Because the other fittings that I've tried this with were like just so tight I couldn't even get them in. So a little bit of lubrication I think comes in handy. Alright, let's close the bonnet and make sure that doesn't get in the way. So the can didn't actually fit under the bonnet, so I'm just going to have to move it into a slightly different position so that I can close the bonnet properly. Okay, so here's the drain that goes in the bottom of the can. There's a little O-ring there, so I'm just going to lube that up with some silicone spray and pop that into the bottom of the can. Alright, so the next step is each of these 45-degree angle fittings needs an adapter to fit in the actual can. So we'll open these up and get these all put together. So that O-ring is what goes into the actual can. So that's one. Two, ready to go. No. God damn it. Ooh, that's a problem. So since the catch can won't actually fit in its current location without fouling on the intercooler pipes, I've got to move it over just a little bit on this bracket. Alright, so I've got the catch can mounted there. I've just made a little bracket out of just like a little steel plate that's connected to this power steering bracket as well. So that comes down there, then there's another, just a straight piece that goes across, and then the can is just bolted into that piece as well. So it's pretty solid. I mean, obviously it's not bolted down completely right now, but it's like the actual bracket isn't going to move. And I've test fit that the bonnet still closes, and it does, and it doesn't touch anything or anything like that. So looking pretty good. So I've got these 45-degree angles coming off here that I might have to swap for 90 degrees. I'm not sure just yet, but I'll see how I go. I'll see if I can get that to make a good angle over to those pressing fittings. So let's see if I can get it to work. Right, so before I get too much further, I just wanted to sort out this PCV block as well. So that's the hose that's normally in there. That's the PCV. It's just a little one-way valve that only lets airflow one way when you're under certain pressure conditions. So that just goes down to the inlet manifold down there. So that's just a little rubber grommet in the cam covers, and so it's gonna plug that up with this little metal plug. Just like that, done. And so what I'll do is I'll just cut a piece of hose with a bolt in it and like zip tie that or something, because I don't actually have the right size like cap to cover that port. So if you've never done much with braided hoses in the past and don't really understand the concept, you can go back and look at, there's a video from a few videos back where we did the turbo lines, the oil and water lines, and so I kind of went into a bit more detail about braided lines in that video. But it's the same concept. You just pop that bit on, pop it in there, and then pop that inside it, and then screw that all up together. It's really quite an easy process too. The hardest part really is just this, getting this bit right without damaging the ends, without fraying anything. And trying to get all the stuff out of it. So then we slide this bad boy up, pop that one in there, and it should be pretty difficult, which it is. It's good. Push it in as far as it'll go. There you go. And then I simply move this over the top and do that up nice and tight, and that'll pull it all together, and we've got a nice braided hose. There you go. How good. So that's roughly how the first one's going to look. It'll obviously be in a little bit more, and then it'll actually be sitting properly there, and then I just have to get the other fitting for this one and do the same thing over there. I just don't have the right fitting right now, but I've got to bring that around soon. So in the meantime, I can at least get the right length of hose that I need. We'll go from there. Alright, let's go cut that one. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Oh well. Alright, take two. Hopefully this is the right length this time. Oh, look at that. Doesn't get much better than that. Cool, so I just need the other version of that fitting, and that's good to hook up. I think that's it. And so there you go, guys, everything's hooked up. What I have done since I finished filming that last little piece, I've actually changed the physical catch can itself. So the lines are still the same. I had to change a couple of fittings on the end, but I decided to go for a different style of catch can. And so this style of catch can is called an internal breather catch can. So it appears to be one sealed unit, which keeps the local law enforcement happy. The lines come out of the cam covers, valve covers, and go onto either side of the catch can there. And it looks like there's no filter or breather that's venting the blow-by fumes to atmosphere. But really what's happening is underneath the lid, it's spaced out by about 5 millimeters or so. So all the fumes can kind of escape from underneath this lid around here. Very sneaky, very cool. It does the job really, really well. And I just wanted something that was a little bit more hidden and discreet without a massive, filter sticking out the top here, which I think is a bit of an instant defect in some cases. We don't want that. We want to stay under the radar as much as possible. So there you go, guys. That's it. That's a look at how to install a catch can on your RB25 in a Nissan Stagea specifically, but the same rule applies for basically any RB. All of the positions and fittings, etc. will be very, very similar. You may just have to adjust the size of some of the fittings and the angles and that sort of stuff for your particular application, but the idea is the same. Out of the can covers, into the can. If you want to do things the correct way, you can go that extra step and have one extra line going from the can back into the intake. I didn't want that. I wanted to completely remove those fumes, those vapors from my intake tract completely. So that's why I wanted the external breather kind of idea. But if you want to do things the correct way and return all those emissions back into the intake, you just need that extra hose. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.